What's up, LB? My bad, man. Man, this this week I've been so busy with work, bro. Like, shit, I still gotta go. I'm off today, tomorrow, and Saturday, but I still gotta go. I gotta go to this little meeting later, but I've been busy as fuck. That's why I ain't been in the party, man. I ain't really had the time. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm good. Everything good. I'm just chilling. I'm off for 3 fucking days. I'm feeling good. This week and next week. Yo, I ain't gonna be busy for nothing, nigga. I'm gonna be on. It is, nigga. Ain't shit changing. For real, we got one. We only got 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks till that bitch come out. Fuck you, nigga. you know we gonna be in this bitch going June 2nd. 2 weeks. Oh, come on, Black. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we know. Yeah. And I Nah, LB gonna be my first ass whooping. You gonna have to wait. Yeah, nigga, that's the only fight game I played, bro. Like, for real, for real. Martial law and regular gym, usually. You don't use law, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to get back good at that bitch though. So I'm gonna be in the lab, nigga. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, hell no, I ain't playing online, nigga. I'm just playing y'all niggas. I got that bit. Anytime you niggas want to send an invite, I'm here. Fuck all that other shit, bro. Them niggas play that shit like we play Madden, professional, nigga. Like, fuck no. Nigga, them niggas know how to combo move together. That's because that's they shit. Come on, yo. I told you I've been busy as fuck, bro. Like, and LB, I knew I was gonna come back in the party and hear that shit. Like, I mean, what you want me to say? I mean, you know, I mean, fuck. I feel like I'd improve my point this year. I ain't got nothing. Yeah, like, I mean, come on, bro. I'm around for 350 something days. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I missed a couple of days. Like, oh, Ragnar fell off. Niggas gonna talk that shit. I ain't worried about it, bro. Like, them niggas miss me, man. That's all it is. Fuck. Man, LB, that bitch I brought over, like the other, like, what was it, last week? She talking about she dropped her granny off at the airport and she gonna be gone for like a week. She want me to come over tonight after she get off work. Nah, I said I'm trying to tonight.
Yo, what's goody? What's goody? LB, I'm back up, son. I'm out of there, son. Yo, yeah. I don't know, bro. I gotta check the league. I haven't been playing a couple of days because I was moving the shit around. Land lined up, connections right. No, I moved up out the crib where I was at. I'm up the shit that I had. I had Files Wi-Fi. My shit never didn't disconnect though. I'm out of there, bro. It's Earth crib, Lord. Earth is like, yo, come back, son. Yo, it's over.
It's hard to believe, but he's better than when I got into the league. A lot better. And just as you get older, you gain more experiences,
Put
you see
this
more
up,
things.
put that up.
Yeah, I didn't think he could get any better after that, but he is. He's a good player. Great player.
Just a good player. Shannon, how impressive was LeBron last night?
Did he say that?
Did you hear Brad Stevens?
I just heard that.
He said, I didn't think he hit me better. How does a 38-year-old man get better, Skip?
I don't know.
How
It's a miracle.
How impressive. I'm impressed. And it's hard to say very impressed, Skip, because if you look at the last 12 games that they played in the playoffs, I'm talking about consecutive games, Skip. Going back to Game 5 of the finals against Golden State. 35, 10, and 8 on 54% shooting. This was just a continuation of that. It started last year when your boy Draymond called him a boss, got him upset.
Not exactly a boss.
Whatever, Skip. And just the efficiency, Skip. 14 of 24, 13 of 18 in the paint. And when he had it going, you know, he scored so easy. Made it look so easy. I know you were stewing over there, wasn't it, Skip? Yeah, you were stewing. Did you hear what he told Avery Bradley and Marcus Smart? He said, I want y'all to go home tonight and put fertilizer in your shoes because y'all too small to guard me. Yeah. Told Jay Crowder, he told Dre Crowder, you need to get in the gym, work on your bench.
Did he tell him?
You ain't strong enough.
Not.
Told Al Horford and Kelly Olynyk, y'all need to bring track shoes on Friday because y'all too slow to guard me. Too slow. To the basket. 95 South. Straight to the basket. Yeah, this is what Boston made a decision that says, okay, we're going to stay on the three-point shooters. And, hey, guys, they got the high pick and roll. They got Al Horford switched out on him. And he's like, you actually think I'm going to settle for this jump shot when I got you out here, Al? To the basket. Kelly Olynyk, come here. Just for all the dirty plays you did, I still ain't forgot that you jerked Kevin Love's arm out of the socket. Here, take that. Man bun. How you like them apples?
Yo, I heard that Tom Clancy got a new board, yo. They just opened up a new board. That's Ghost Recon.
Like this, there are certain guys that when they get to a level and they play at that level, there's nothing you can do. You just stand there in amazement and in awe. He's playing at that level. We've seen guys play at that level. Seen the guy that you love up in Chicago, they got the statue out front of the United Center. He's played at that level. And when he's playing at that level, there's nothing you can do. Skip, they have the most talent. They have the best player that's on planet Earth that breathes oxygen and can dribble a basketball. With that being said, Skip, I'm impressed, but I've been impressed since Game 5 of last year, and it ain't flowing.
No, you've been impressed since December 30th. What was it?
1984. 84. Gloria, thank you, Gloria.
Thank you,
Gloria.
That's a jukebox from hell. Thank you.
I'm done.
I tried to tell you. You tried to convince me, Boston's going to win one game. And then yesterday you saw the light, you came to your senses, and you said, no, they're not going to win. Because this is going to be a le sweep. Just like Indiana was a le sweep. And Toronto was a le sweep. And this is going to be the all-time Eastern
Sweep the
Conference
niggas,
cakewalk
Boston.
to an NBA Finals. LeBron, 7th in a row. That's very impressive, although you have to put a big asterisk beside it because in the Eastern Conference, he got to 7 straight finals. The Celtics have no chance against LeBron and company because the Cavaliers have not just the 1 or 2 best players on the court. They have the 4 best players on the court. Tristan Thompson last night, he was really good because he's a really good basketball player. I want him on my side. That's all I know.
Yep.
He made all 7 of his shots. He scores 20 points and gets 9 boards. If he's going to do that, it's not fair.
It's on the offensive end.
It's not a fair fight. And then, don't worry, baby, but Mike Love's favorite nephew, Kevin Love, all he did was go for 32 and 12 last night. Kev? Is LeBron called him Kev? Like he's his little brother, Kev?
Dropping dimes.
Dropping dimes. 32 and 12? Marcus Smart can't guard Kevin Love. I'm sorry, Brad Stevens, get this through your head. Marcus Smart has no chance. How tall is Marcus? I don't know. Is he 6'4", maybe?
Maybe 6'5".
He's stout now.
Yeah, but
Kevin Love is 6 feet 10 inches tall. And if Kevin Love goes and just obliterates him, just annihilates him in the paint, which he is highly capable of doing, then all of a sudden you're playing him to drive or take it inside, and all of a sudden he steps back, stroke it, man. Yeah. If he gets it going, you better look out, because he got it going last night from the three-point line. And can you imagine how much worse this devastation would have been last night if LeBron James hadn't wasted so much of his time and so many possessions shooting jump shots? LeBron, outside the paint last night, was 1 for 8. He was 1 for 6 from the three-point line. I tell you, he's going to fall back in love and fall into the trap, the three-point shooting trap. I warned you. 1 of 6.
don't worry about LeBron.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Get Kawhi's ankle healthy.
Okay, but here's the point. And by the way, that's the one guy on planet Earth who can guard and control LeBron James, and now he's got a bad ankle, so you got another huge break.
He
But
just
that's
averaging
okay.
28, 7, and 7
So,
against Kawhi, but go ahead.
1 for 8 was LeBron outside the paint, or this would have been an even bigger annihilation because nobody on the Boston Celtics can keep LeBron from the rim. For the Celtics and for LeBron, it was like driving on Miss Daisy, right? Because they're all Miss Daisies, right? They're all Miss Daisies. Here, I'll drive on that Miss Daisy or that Miss Daisy or you Miss Daisy, because he's basically calling them all Miss Daisies. Am I right? Okay, and you mentioned this play, but all you needed to know about last night happened with 53 seconds left in the first quarter. This summed it up. Summed up this whole sweep of the series versus Boston. Kelly Olynyk, check this out. Olynyk, he's isolated on LeBron. LeBron turns his back on him. He said, "Are you serious?" He turns his back and dribbles between his legs once just to say, really, I'm offended that you guys think Kelly Olynyk can get isolated on me and have any prayer. And then what you do, he turns back and faces him between the legs, and takes him right down the lane. And he decided that he wasn't even worth slamming it on. He wasn't even going to dunk on poor Kelly Olynyk. He just said, you know what, I'm going to shame you even worse. I'm just going to lay it easy off the glass. That's it. That's all he got. Kelly Olynyk, the hero of Game 7 versus the Wizards.
You're going to run through Boston, man.
This man bun, right? Yeah, he man bunned him, right? Yep. 26 points. The Wizards scored 2 points last night. None of these guys play any defense. The Wizards don't play any defense. The Celtics really don't play that great a defense. I know they have a reputation for being a pretty good defensive team, but they're pretty good in the Eastern Conference, but they're not pretty good in the bigger picture. And when the Cavaliers decide to play defense, which they did in the first half last night, they're pretty good.
And for the first 7 minutes of the third quarter, they decided, and then all of a sudden,
you know what? That's a good point because it was 61-39 at half, and then Boston was allowed to win the second half 65-56. Kind of a bad sign, I guess, but it's classic Cavaliers. It's what they've been doing all year. I missed the point and I missed the boat because They went 500 over their last 46 games, and they fell to 22nd in the NBA in defense because they just didn't care enough about the Eastern Conference.
We're joined now by actor, comedian, and the host of the I Am Rappaport podcast, Michael Rappaport. Welcome back to Undisputed. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
You are Rappaport.
I am Rappaport.
Yeah,
I am Rappaport.
Okay.
Don't worry. I am. Trust me.
I Am Rappaport
I'll prove
stereo podcast.
Stereo. You know it's in stereo.
Yes.
It's a podcast that is in stereo.
The Cavs and Warriors are combined 19-0 in the playoffs. Do you think their dominance is good or bad for the NBA?
It is what it is. Dominance is great. Celebrate the dominance. It's like you can't win, you can't lose anymore. If they're not doing good, something's wrong with them. If they are doing good, something isn't wrong with them. It's a rivalry. We all know where it's heading. Didn't matter that Kawhi went out. The Golden State Warriors are making it to the Western Conference Finals.
What?
It didn't matter. Just like it didn't matter when the Houston Rockets beat the Spurs to death in the game one. It didn't matter. This happens in series. This is the way basketball is. It's a series. You might come out flat. You lose by 33 points. Start up next game. It didn't matter. The dominance is great. People have been dominating the games, the NBA playoffs. The Boston Celtics with the overrated Bill Russell, 1956 through 68, 11 finals. The Bulls of the 90s.
Are you saying he's overrated?
Oh, I'm saying he's overrated. Because of that time. But I'm saying the Sixers, 4-5-4. This is what it is. It happens.
Russell owned Wilt Chamberlain.
No, they keep saying he owned. Will averaged 28 and 28.
He didn't own anything.
Hey, when it was time, Bill Russell took those games over. 6-9 against 7-1.
Sam Jones, Casey Jones, Tom Heisen.
And Dolph Schayes. He dominated Dolph Schayes. Okay, the one series he dominated. Dolph Schayes. My uncle was better than Dolph Schayes. Okay,
that is not. Who was your uncle?
He was great.
George Mikan?
Oh, Artie Brody. He was fantastic. Okay,
in the Brooklyn League.
Yeah. I'm telling you. But in terms of dominance, I don't think it's hurting it. It's a rivalry. LeBron James, rivalry shaming. There's no rivals. No one compares to me. This is where it's heading. It's like the Celtics and the Lakers. Were we complaining about it in the 80s? No.
And it's not a yes. I love it. I love it. Because guess what? In the 1980s, when everybody said that was the best era of basketball, the Lakers won 5 and the Celtics won 3. So in a 10-year span, two teams won 8 of the 10 championships. Let's go to the 90s.
Yep.
Chicago Bulls won 6. The Houston Rockets won 2.
When Jordan was out.
And then you got the Spurs at the tail end. In the 2000s.
Oh, you just threw it in like at the tail
Yeah.
end. They only won 5, but that's okay.
I'm about to get to them right now.
Yes.
In the 2000s, the Lakers, they won 4. The Spurs won 3. Won 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7 of the 10.
Yeah.
But that was dominance. Nobody had a problem with it. But now you got a problem. What you got a problem with is the King is doing it.
Oh, the King.
The King is doing it. Because he doesn't have
what?
any competition in the East. He don't have any competition in the East.
And you know who's the king of the West? Steph Curry, who's played the greatest game of rope-a-dope since Ali did it to Foreman. All season long. Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, KD. No one mentions little Steph Curry. He's been playing possum all year, and now he looks sprightly. He's ready to go. He's the leader of that team.
Can I ask you a question
What?
before I turn this over?
Last year he was banged up.
No, okay. No, I'm talking about it. If he's looking sprightly.
26 points a game this season.
Okay.
That's pretty sprightly.
Okay. I know he's...
And he finally finished puberty. He's got a full beard.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Skip, if you don't mind me asking Michael one thing. If Steph Curry's looking sprightly and played the rope-a-dope, what's King James look like?
He's looking like a guy who, for some reason, somehow, after playing 14 seasons in the NBA, God bless him, never gets injured. So many. How many injuries? Knock on wood. I don't want him to get injured.
Lance, knock on wood.
Shannon, I'll knock on wood. Shannon, when you played football,
Yes.
you got injured.
Yes.
Okay, Lance Armstrong, cyclist. We know what he was doing. Even he got injured.
Hold on.
Even he got injured.
No, what you trying to say?
I'm just saying, athletes get injured.
Are we connecting the dots?
Athletes get injured.
Oh, okay.
The great Sammy Sosa, he got injured. Roger Clemens, he got injured. Joy sprained an ankle a couple of weeks ago. She got injured. It happens, but not King James. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm just saying, 14 years, he didn't even sit down last night. He looks incredible. Did he go to Miami during his 10-day break?
No, he went to South of France.
This break?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I need to digest that.
That was reported by Shannon Sharp.
He went to the south of France?
That's what he says.
Or did he go to Germany?
Hey, if it's a stop, if it's on the way, we might stop by. Wow. Hey,
Wait,
Wow.
Wait, you mean the way Kobe went to Germany, or?
Yeah, and the way, like, Lance Armstrong, he loved
Oh,
Germany.
Yeah. Interesting.
I can't believe you. Jim Marshall played 20 years and didn't miss a game.
Huh.
Brett Favre played 299 games and didn't miss a game. So it happened. But go ahead, Skip.
So help me out here. Do we have a Magic versus Bird in Golden State versus Cleveland?
We should only be so lucky.
Is there a Magic and a Bird? I don't see a Magic or a Bird.
I mean, look, first of all, we got a guy that's better than both of them on one side of the equation.
Oh, we do?
It's not.
I don't have him better.
Stop. It's not even close.
Better than Magic Johnson?
LeBron James is better than Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Absolutely.
It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring.
He got 3 of them.
Yeah, Magic's got 5.
4 MVPs.
Yeah, he's great. He's fantastic.
So what are we talking about?
I'm not saying I love LeBron. He's fantastic. We could sit here and break chops all we want. But the reason why we don't have a Magic and a Bird here is because LeBron James, he refuses to acknowledge the rivalry. He acts like he's above everybody. You're not above everybody. You met this team 3 times in a row, assuming Golden State makes it there.
What made the Boston Celtics and LA a rivalry? Because it started in '56 and it went through.
No one was paying attention. It was 8 teams and it wasn't even an integrated league, Shannon. It was a joke back then.
But it
was a joke. 56.
The only difference between this and the Celtics and the Lakers is that nobody thought the Cleveland Cavaliers would ever win a championship, and the Golden State Warriors has not been good since Rick Barry, Wilt Chamberlain, and Nate Thurman was there.
And the Great World Be Free.
So
here's my issue. What just tears my guts out about all this is that the sprightly little Steph
looking fantastic. Who averaged 26 points a game.
So he gets to play at Portland without Yusef Nurkic, and you're going to laugh at who he is. But if you checked him out at the end of the year when they went 14-5 after acquiring
I know Yusef.
Mr. Nurkic,
Yeah.
who's 7 feet tall and
goon.
highly skilled.
Goon.
No?
Yeah, he's a goon.
He's not a goon.
Yeah, no,
He
big
can
guy,
score.
and he can score.
Yeah.
Sprightly in the feet.
He would have given Golden State all it wanted in round 1, but he couldn't go. He broke his leg. And then we get to round 2, and Utah is without its point guard, George Hill. So you get another injury gods dictate the outcome of yet another series. And then you get to my Spurs, and you try to dismiss them as, it was just a one-shot deal. They had peaked. The reason they blew out Houston was partially James Harden, but also because they just started clicking on every cylinder. And they carried it right into game 1, and they were up 25 in the first half, and 23 with 7:53 left in the third quarter when Zaza happened. It was a dirty play by a longtime dirty player, and it ended the series, boom, in one shot.
I totally agree with you. No, I totally agree with you.
So,
but I don't think that the Spurs were locked to win that series.
I picked them to win the series. They were going to win the series.
You pick them to win every series.
But they were going to be. I don't pick them to win every series. They were going to beat his team because my team has the number of that team, and I believe that team has Golden State's number. For whatever reason, it's just matchup.
why does everybody talk about LeBron's cakewalk, but nobody mentions about the Warriors that played in the finals against the Cavaliers without Kyrie and Love, and they just played against Portland without Nurkic. They just played George Hill, missed the last 4 games.
Didn't he just say that?
No, but I'm saying, and Kawhi's out. But why is it that Golden State doesn't get the same
Western Conference, because the Western Conference is viewed as stronger.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
What?
So how strong is the Western Conference if a team can lose their best player and you lose by 40 at home?
I agree, but this series isn't over. You don't think San Antonio's going to come out and play?
I'm talking about San Antonio beat the Rockets.
Oh, well, that was the disappearing act of 2017. You're talking about James Harden?
Yeah.
The regular season MVP that you guys went on and on. What a disgrace it's going to be if this man wins the MVP on June 26th. What an embarrassment to the league.
If anybody wins it other than LeBron James, it's an embarrassment.
Well, listen. The James Harden disappearing act, the Doug Henning performance, he made David Copperfield look ridiculous.
He did.
LeBron,
You know why
are you from
why
Cleveland? Are you from
LeBron
Georgia?
is not acknowledging a rivalry? It's because LeBron cannot be the villain. He cannot handle being the villain.
Ain't no rivalry. LeBron has no competition.
He is the villain.
I'm hungry as fuck.
I don't believe that they should pass on Lonzo because I don't believe they should hold Lonzo accountable for what his father does. His father obviously is very outspoken. He doesn't mind bringing attention to himself. He believes that's assisting his son. His mentality, as he has said to us on this show, is that the NCAA, sneaker companies, and the like never hesitate to exploit the young talent that exists out there. What's wrong with a father taking advantage of that with his son on behalf of their entire family? Why should they be allowed to do it and he not? I think that makes sense, even though, again, there are things that he has done that I wouldn't do. Having said all of that, Max, I need to take this a step further in this regard. I'm watching a lot of folks out there going off about LeVar Ball. I'm one of those people who believes that he needs to chill out, be a bit more quiet, and not go about bringing the attention to his son that he's bringing, because you could be doing your son harm. I've said that on many occasions. However, I would never go as far as some people are going to come across as if he's not a good dad, that he hasn't been a great provider, that he hasn't been a tremendous influence in the life of his son, because you have a lot of kids out there who pray every day that they had a father who believed in them the way this man believes in his son. I do not agree with some of his tactics, as he knows, as everybody knows, because I've said it to his face right on this show. I've said it on radio and television. But I would never denigrate him as a man or as a father. You can have a problem with somebody, what somebody specifically does, without engaging in a character assassination that I have seen people engage in when it comes to him. He doesn't do everything right. He got in trouble yesterday, on FS1 with some of the things that he said. He had no business saying those things that he said, to be quite honest with you. But at the same time, the things that have been said about him are equally offensive, if not more so. And I think it's important to say that.
Well, look, LeVar Ball speaks as though the cameras aren't rolling. That's what makes him interesting. But because he does that, he also reveals some things about himself. For example, a strategy to not intentionally not sell sneakers to women. Women have feet too, Half the feet in the world are owned by women.
Not smart.
And so maybe not a great idea. Not a great idea to immediately alienate 50% potentially of the marketplace. But okay, that's his choice. Should the Lakers draft LeVar Ball, excuse me, Freudian slip, maybe not even too Freudian, Lonzo Ball if he's still there at 2? The answer is absolutely yes, they have to. Because if they believe that he is comparably talented, look, if they think that someone else who's not there, let's say Fultz doesn't get taken and neither does Ball with the #1 pick for some reason, and they just think Fultz is just clearly better than Lonzo, okay. But if they think it's close between Lonzo and someone else, far from saying, well, LeVar means that you don't take Lonzo. No. Actually, you got to take Lonzo. Because originally, the late, great Dr. Jerry Buss, the greatest owner in the history of American team sports, by far, it's not close. Apologies to George Steinbrenner. I grew up a Yankees fan. It's not close. Dr. Jerry Buss had this dream that not only were the Lakers going to win championships instead of just lose to the Celtics in the finals, which, 10 championships since he bought the team, but that they would do it in an exciting way, that they would be Showtime. So hard to do that, Stephen A., because usually as soon as you take your eye off the ball, in terms of winning, because you want to win with style all of a sudden, now you're not going to win. It's hard enough to win, period. Don't worry about everything else. But the late, great Dr. Jerry Buss was able to do both. And here you have a guard in this draft who is from the area, who went to UCLA, the storied franchise program in the history of college basketball, who wants to play for the purple and gold, wants to play for the Lakers, who has a skill set which, if it's not reminiscent of Magic, which it is in some ways, he's a big guard, he's a brilliant passer, it's at least Penny Hardaway or Jason Kidd or someone like that. And he gives you the chance, not just because of the off-the-court stuff with his dad and the talking and the headlines and everything, though that's something, that's not nothing. He gives you the chance, if he fulfills his potential, to not only help you win, but to win with style, which is what the Lakers are really ultimately always hoping for. And if you're Magic Johnson, you ain't going to pass that up. You can't.
Well, you can't pass it up, number one, because it's a point guard, and you don't have much faith in D'Angelo Russell, who they believe is devoid of leadership. Numerous sources told me throughout this season that they are fed up with D'Angelo because they really, really have a problem with his lack of leadership. They know that he can play. They don't know whether he's star power, but they know that he can play. What their problem is that when you talk about being a point guard in L.A., reminiscent of Showtime and what have you, and you see an individual that doesn't seem capable of galvanizing the troops around him and getting everybody to be as one and having that it factor, they go down the block to Westwood at UCLA, and that's all you heard about with Lonzo Ball. You heard about his leadership ability, how guys loved playing with him, how they looked forward to playing with him and watching him put on a show, because usually his greatness facilitated and elevated their level of play because they were beneficiaries of his greatness because of what he would do in terms of feeding them the basketball and what have you. You're Irvin Magic Johnson. That is exactly what you're looking for. I had one of my boys, Champ, talk to me about how they need to take Josh Jackson because Josh Jackson has the potential to be an MJ or a Kobe. I like him a lot out of Kansas. I got to see that to believe that. But I do believe the one franchise that absolutely, positively cannot pass on Lonzo, it's L.A. Because, Max, we got to stop talking about, Showtime or people wanting to put on the show and getting style points as if it's a bad thing. We are in professional sports is a business. It's a multi-billion-dollar establishment. What helped make it that way, Max? Showtime. Magic. It wasn't just the skills of Magic, Worthy, and all of those. It was a show.
Stephen A., has LeBron ever looked better?
I don't think he has. You can point to individual spectacular performances in a specific game, but over the course of a postseason, shooting better than 50% from the field every single game, scoring plus 30 the last 6 or 7 straight games. I mean, I'm just looking at the numbers right here: 33, 35, 39, 35, 35, 38. Those are the last 6 games alone, and all better than 50% from the field. And then I'm looking at the three-point shooting over the course of those games: 40%, 66%, 50%, 41% the other day, and then obviously he was just 1 of 6 last night. But the manner in which he's playing around, toying with guys, he seems to know what everyone wants to do before they even know. He seems to know what everybody's job description is, and he's just levels above everybody. We're not just talking about his talent, because that's a given. I'm talking about just the cerebral part of it, which Max can appreciate. When you have high intellect, you have a high basketball IQ, and you just seem to be smarter than everybody on every single play. It's just amazing to watch, and it harkens me back to what I saw near the end of the regular season when I had to go and cover Cleveland visiting Boston when they were battling for that #1 overall seed, and Cleveland went into Boston and just beat them down. Avery Bradley at that time, we were in the post-game locker room, and he told me there were literally 10 consecutive plays where LeBron James called the same play every time. He said because we could not figure out how to defend it, and he knew it. No matter who we put out there personnel-wise, we couldn't defend it. And he kept calling one specific play time and time again. He seems to know what everybody else is supposed to be doing even before they do. And that's what gives him an advantage head and shoulders above. And that's what I think that Brad Stevens was alluding to last night. It's just his mind game. The mind games that he's playing with these guys are just as significant, Max, as his overall physical abilities.
Yeah, and by the way, as a player ages, he needs to increase that kind of mind game in order to compensate for declining physical ability, though it's not obvious with LeBron, who's also excellent defensively last night. But no, this is not the best he's played. You can say it's as well as he's played, but I wouldn't even say that. Look, yes, LeBron is not only smarter than everybody else on the court, he's bigger, stronger, and faster. But look at, like, what Harden was able to do with the Rockets this year. Why were they able to have so much success until he choked in the playoffs? Maybe tired, as he was bragging about playing every game and LeBron was wisely resting. Well, because in the modern NBA, if you have a primary ball handler who can get to the paint and shoot, and he has a high basketball IQ and can find guys around him, and those guys are shooters, that's the way you construct the modern team, it seems. And if you have offensive rebounders on the team, so you're getting those extra possessions, that's pretty tough to beat offensively. And that's what LeBron has, and that's the reason it looks to some as though he's playing even better than ever before. You look at the shooters he's surrounded with on this team. Kyrie can shoot. I mean, obviously, and they share ball handling responsibilities. Kevin Love can shoot. A little bit like the old Woody Allen line, swatting a fly with a Buick, to have Kevin Love just as a stretch four because he can do more, including offensive rebounding, including outlet passing and all that stuff, but he can certainly shoot. Channing Frye can shoot. J.R. Smith can shoot. When you see LeBron playing with the second unit and he's got nothing but shooters, Kyle Korver can obviously shoot. All around him, if Harden looks like an MVP with shooters around him, what do you think LeBron's going to look like? But when you look at his past, Stephen A., it's not to take anything away from the way he's playing right now. But there were moments last night where Isaiah Thomas was switched on to LeBron James. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? Meantime, in the past, he has, in the finals, without those shooters, without Kevin Love, without Kyrie Irving, taken a seemingly invincible Warriors team 6 tough games, extended that series by himself. I always bring it up. The second best player on the floor was Matthew Dellavedova. And then everyone was saying, yeah, but what happens if LeBron has his whole crew? And he got his whole crew the next year, which was last year. And that time he was going up against a 73-win Warriors team and actually came from behind to beat them. And when you look at the averages he put up, if you want to just go to the numbers at that point, I just gave you the context, which I think was higher stakes against a tougher team. But if you want to just go to the numbers, look at his averages from those 2 series. They were Jordan-esque. It was ridiculous. And I'm talking about Jordan in the first 3 titles when he was putting up the rebounds and the assists too. It really was ridiculous. And then you consider, Stephen A., the individual matchups. In the past, LeBron James has had to go up against Kawhi.
Hey, are you streaming? Hey, Hakeem still going for stupid? Or was he going for earlier, like 3-something, like 350?
I have to take care of some breasts. Right, right.
I don't know if I want to be lazy today, man. I need to wash my clothes. I need to wash my clothes. Probably gonna take a shower. I gotta go to work at probably 2:30. I'm gonna leave it like. Nah, well, I told you I gotta go to a meeting. It's like it ain't gonna be long. I'll be right back, but I gotta go to a little meeting and then come back. Let's see.